IPOB calls on all Biafrans to return home immediately. The global family and movement of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, led by Nnamdi Kanu, calls on Biafrans to invest heavily in agriculture this planting season. It is time for us to create food sufficiency in Biafra land because we have the means and the fertile lands to make it happen. IPOB calls on every Biafran to start farming on all agricultural products, particularly cash crops, to avert the impending famine in Nigeria. There is famine looming in Nigeria, and Biafrans must be prepared to avert the impending danger of starvation. Hence, IPOB is calling on all Biafran philanthropists to support farmers in their communities by purchasing seedlings and other farming implements for them instead of giving them temporary food items. Farmers should be encouraged and supported to go into farming instead of sharing consumable foods with our people. Investors should start agricultural cottage industries to process and preserve agricultural products for exports. Biafrans have fertile and able lands for good yield. Other than cash crop production, our people can also invest in animal husbandry. More so, Biafrans should invest in agricultural research centers for quality research and development focused on growing our native food products efficiently. Ndigbo, it is time to learn how to fish instead of just buying fish to eat. IPOB equally calls on patriotic Biafrans to sensitize our people on the importance of farming. Our people should understand that farming is very important. We should not believe in buying everything we eat from the market. As Biafrans, we must make food sufficiency a priority. We must not allow our enemies to have full control of our food supply and supply chain. Any nation that is incapable of feeding themselves will always be left in a vulnerable situation. Our people must be involved in the production of all cash crops, vegetables, and livestock that we utilize daily. On the part of IPOB, we will provide high-quality seedlings to some selected farmers to plant this planting season. Most importantly, IPOB ESN has made appreciable gains in securing our forests, bushes, and farmlands against the marauding Fulani herdsmen jihadists to create a conducive environment to allow our farmers to return to their farms. ESN operatives are combat ready to ensure that marauding Fulani herdsmen jihadists will not destroy our farmlands. The agenda of Fulani is to make Biafrans food dependent on their products from northern Nigeria, but IPOB has destroyed their evil agenda. IPOB and ESN loyalty lies with Biafrans. Therefore, Biafrans should invest heavily in agriculture to provide food for consumption at home and also for exportation. In another news, there could be light at the end of the tunnel as the embattled leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has allegedly expressed willingness to negotiate with the federal government of Nigeria for his freedom. A source told reporters Mr. Kanu, who has been in custody of the DSS after his extradition in June 2020 by former President Muhammadu Buhari's administration, is currently facing terrorism charges. In April 2022, Nyako struck out 8 of the 15 counts in the charge preferred against the separatist leader by the federal government. The remaining 7 counts were also quashed by the Court of Appeal on October 13, 2022, with the judge ordering Kanu's release. On October 28, 2022, the court also granted a stay of execution on its verdict discharging Kanu after the federal government filed an appeal at the Supreme Court. On December 15, 2023, a 5-member panel of the Apex Court reversed the verdict of the appeal court and ordered Kanu to resume his trial before the Federal High Court. Also on March 19, 2024, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja dismissed the fresh application Nnamdi Kanu filed to be released on bail pending the determination of the treasonable felony charge against him. Kanu had in the application he filed through his team of lawyers led by Mr. Aloy Ejimako on February 5, 2024, prayed the court to grant him bail on most liberal terms owing to his deteriorating health. Rather, Binta Yaku, presiding judge, ordered an accelerated hearing of the 7-count terrorism charge preferred against Kanu. However, following the legal and political brouhaha which have characterized his trial, Mr. Kanu, who is said to be so desperate to have his life back, has agreed to negotiate with the powers that be. An inside source told reporters that the negotiation will culminate to the much anticipated political solution which stakeholders from the region have urged the various actors entangled in the face of to adopt so as to address the perennial issues of agitations. The source said, yes, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu has agreed to negotiate with the federal government. We are expecting to see something positive come out of the negotiation. Kanu has taken the right step. Political solution is the way out of the situation. Southeast region needs peace. At least if Kanu is released, Most of these criminal elements tormenting the peace of the region under the guise of agitation will think twice. Though several attempts to reach the spokesman of IPOB, Mr. Emma Powerful, to comment on the development failed as he could not be reached. Also, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Benjamin Okezie Kalu, has revealed that there are ongoing efforts to secure the release of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra (IPOB). He said, while legal processes are underway, concerted political solutions are being pursued behind the scenes to ensure the release of Kanu. Addressing the issue during a special edition of the Ben Kalu's Mandate, a radio program on FLO FM in Umuahia, Abia State, Kanu said a deliberate approach was being taken to achieve the objective. He clarified that Peace in Southeast Project is an initiative he recently launched to address security challenges in the region through non-kinetic measures, remains committed to reconciliation, including involving Nnamdi Kanu in the peace agenda. His word, the PISEP has reconciliation in the mix of what we are trying to achieve. We recognize the importance of our brother Nnamdi Kanu in the peace agenda we are pushing. That's the truth, and I have been very vocal about it. I am not hiding it. I have always told people that I will never deny Nnamdi Kanu. He's my brother. We come from the same place, and I will never be happy having him incarcerated when we can have him out and increase our pursuit towards peace. But we may not have advanced all the things we are doing backdoor, but I can assure you that all the powers that be in this country know that people like us are not sitting on the fence. I don't know about the next person, but I'm talking about Benjamin Okezie Kalu. I am not sitting on the fence about it. I am lobbying. We cannot go about this before the court. I am more interested in using a political solution towards resolving this. So I am asking for one or two things from the federal government. The last time I met with Mr. President, I discussed with Mr. President on the need for the elders of Igbo land to come, sit and engage with him. And I know that one of the topics that will come up there is this, our brother. We will also thank him for all the good things he has done, the appointments he has been giving to Igbo people. So while the court is doing what they are doing, I will not truncate legal processes. But some of us are not afraid to identify with him and to ask for him to be released. Any other thing can follow up after that. So this is what we are doing at the moment. And those who are close to him will assure you that we are working closely on this mandate. It is achievable. The answer is yes. Look, Igbos are not known for violence. We are known for trade, being creative. Call it Nollywood. We are the engine room that started the creative industry. We are not thieves, not known for violence. We put our energy towards creating wealth. We are not life killers. And anybody coming now to introduce what is strange to us, it is either the person is not an Igbo man, or we should question where he is coming from.